What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj's husband, Nicki Minaj, and Jennifer Hough. In any event, as you guys know, Jennifer Hough, she was actually on The Real, and she told her story, and she answered some questions too. And so it was like, OMG. It was kind of like shocking, especially when she described the incident that took place back when she was a young girl, 16 years old, and she alleged that Kenneth Petty hit his chest and was like, oh, I'm the man, after he allegedly took advantage of her and also her. Like, Lord have mercy. She described a monster. But in any event, let's see, when she described how she had to get out of that situation and what Kenneth Petty did in the mirror, it just took me back. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. This can't be good. And also, Jennifer was accompanied by her attorney, Tyrone Blackburn. You know, he was in the building too as well. Jennifer also states that Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty is speaking out about the couple's alleged intimidation tactics. Jennifer Hough said during an appearance with her lawyer Tyrone A. Blackburn on The Real that she wanted to speak to the public because she's tired of being afraid and she wants to speak up. And she also says, I feel like the actions that were taken in regards to the whole situation put me in a different type of fear at my age, and it was wrong. Hough told the daytime talk show host, the only way not to be afraid is continue to speak. I was like, Lord have mercy. Yes, she's coming out full force, and basically I would have left her alone. Jennifer said in the interview, when Kenneth Petty criminal conviction was publicized on social media and Nicki Minaj claimed that Kenneth and Hough were in a relationship and that Kenneth Petty was 15 at the time, you know, this right here, Jennifer said she just really felt like she was being re-victimized all over again because it was a lie. It wasn't true. We both were 16. We were never in a relationship. I just felt woman to woman that was wrong of Nicki. Jennifer filed a lawsuit against Nicki Minaj and Petty in the Eastern District of New York in August. In the complaint obtained by US Today, the plaintiff brought several claims against Nicki Minaj and her husband Petty, including witness intimidation, emotional distress, harassment, assault, and battery. Petty attempting to a plea deal on August 8th for failing to register as a sex offender in the state of California. According to legal documents obtained by US Today, Hough attorney has requested that Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald rejects the plea deal. Blackburn wrote in a filing that Nicki, 38, and Petty, 43, intimidated Jennifer directly and indirectly, pressuring her not to speak about the 1994 rape charges against Petty after the case became public knowledge on social media. Hough told The Real and the associates of Nicki Minaj and Petty came to her home and put $20,000 in her lap in exchange for her silence. Hough declined the offer and said the later received a message from the associates that she should have taken the money because they are going to put the money on my head. And also, a lot of people say when, you know, you are victimized, especially if you're a female and a crime happens to you that, you know, violates your physical body, that, oh, did you go right away to the police? Did you tell somebody? And Jennifer did when the situation went down back in the 90s between her and Kenneth Petty. So she did the right thing. And in any event, also, Jennifer says that she did not recant her story. What happened was she was forced to try to recant her story because her adopted parents or the woman that she was living with basically wanted her to change her story because they felt threatened and things of that nature. But in any event, when it gets down to the situation, Jennifer said that she went down to the courthouse. She ended up bumping into the district attorney on her case, and her family members were behind her, and she was facing the district attorney, and she told the district attorney that, you know, her family members or her caregivers wanted her to recant her story. And so the district attorney understood what was going on, and she never recanted her story. So that's what she says. A lot of people said that she recanted her story 4 times. And some people are saying that Jennifer also said that she spoken to Nicki when she was on The Real. And some people were saying when she first came out, she said she never spoken to Nicki or had a conversation with Nicki. And so this is where the discrepancies is going on, with people feeling a certain type of way. But what she described, what went down when she was on her way to school at the bus stop, that is terrific. And he only served 4 years. Like, Lord have mercy. But in any event, let's get down to the situation when it comes to, Kenneth Petty. When it comes down to the whole situation, Kenneth Petty, he remains a registered sex offender in the state of New York. He also spent 7 years behind bars after he was found guilty of manslaughter in 2006. According to the criminal complaint from the Queens County District Attorney, he pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter following the fatal shooting of Mr. Robinson. He was released in May of 2013 and was in a supervised release for 5 years until May of 2018. But in any event, Kenneth Petty was recently arrested. And Kenneth Petty was arrested in March of 2020. And this is when, Miss Jennifer says that the first, last, and only time she spoke to Nicki was in March of 2020. And Kenneth Petty was arrested in March of 2020 by U.S. Marshals on an indictment for failing to register as a sex offender in California. The 41-year-old was in federal custody after turning himself into the marshals during a court appearance, but was later released on $20,000 bond. So, he was released on $20,000 bond in March. And also, Miss Jennifer Hough says that she was offered $20,000. Okay, so you guys let me know what you think. Petty legal trouble stemmed from his move to California from New York in July 2019. And November of 2019, he was pulled over by Beverly Hills police and was only register as a sex offender where he previously lived, which was New York. He was required under law to register in California after the move, but failed to do so. On September 9th, 2021, NBC News reported Petty pleaded guilty to failure to register as a sex offender in California. Petty had initially pleaded not guilty to the single count indictment, but later changed his plea. Court documents show he is scheduled to be sentenced in January 2022. And he's hoping that he get a reduced sentence, because he can face a lifetime of supervision, or he can face 10 years behind bars, or he can face no time at all. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation.